Yo guys, and in today's video, we're gonna be talking about Formula Drift cars in Driving Empire. Could they come to the game? Can they be licensed? So without further ado, let's get straight into this video and answer all these questions. So if you don't know what Formula Drift is, it is like the pro league for drifting. So like drift cars go head to head and match up to see who is better, who can like shave the most time off their drifts and all that stuff, and like, you know, points for who can do the best drift in general and stuff like that. It is a very cool sport. It is tied to Formula 1, knowing, you know, formula in the name and stuff like that. And yeah, it is pretty cool, and it's very, very popular in certain places. Now, could we see this in Driving Empire? We definitely could, because there's a lot of cars in Formula Drift that are in Driving Empire. Like, for example, we got some Fords in there. Like, Ford Mustang is a very popular drift car that is in Formula Drift. You will see it in a lot of Formula Drift races. A lot of teams use, you know, Fords and stuff like that. And then there's like a lot of Toyota Supras too. Those are like the two most popular cars. And you might be saying, you know, Toyota's not in the game. Well, it is actually, because we do have the NASCAR Toyota, which is another great point on why Formula Drift could easily come to the game. So let me go to NASCAR and show you everything. So we do have NASCAR license in Driving Empire. As you can see, we got a NASCAR dealership and then a whole entire race stadium, the Daytona. And then, yeah, there's more races coming soon. And this is like a lifelong event for Driving Empire. It will be in this game for a while, I believe. All right, so here is a bunch of images of what Formula Drift is. You got like some BMWs, some Toyotas. Why is that even a drift car? That should not be a drift car, but whatever, that's cool. We got some like, you know, Sylvia S15 or whatever that is. We got Mustangs. Mustang is a very popular one, like I've already noted and stuff like that. So yeah, like a lot of teams be using the Mustang, so I don't see why not. Another good example is that Forza Horizon 5 has a lot of varieties of drift cars or Formula Drift cars in the game. So you got like this one. This one's very popular, and as you can see, this is like their section right here. So they got like Toyota Supras, they got the Corolla drift car, and it says, look, Formula Drift, Formula Drift, Formula Drift. It's licensed. So yeah, obviously Forza Horizon 5 has them licensed because they have like literally every brand in the world licensed. That game is crazy. But yeah, this is just a good example of another crazy event that Driving Empire could have. If they could get NASCAR, I think they could get Formula Drift. And I know a lot of people love drifting in Driving Empire. It's one of like the best things to do when you're bored in the game. If you guys watch my videos, you clearly know that I like to drift. My favorite drift car in the game is the GT3 RS, but we need to fix that. We need some actual good drift cars in this game that, you know, are meant for drifting, and I can definitely see it coming to the game. Now, people might be asking, they would have to like get new chassis and new mechanics because drift cars have like a camber in the front. Like I could show you again. Like back to this Mustang image, as you can see, the front wheel is kind of angled, and this helps it just have like more of an angle when drifting. That's basically what it does. So Driving Empire would have to come up with new mechanics to make this happen, but they've been doing a good job of making some new physics for the game, so I totally believe that they will be able to do this, and it will be a very cool update if we do get it. It can literally just be like the NASCAR event, because of course the NASCAR event doesn't have every NASCAR that ever existed. They can just have a few, like the most popular ones, like the Toyota Supra, the Mustang, all that stuff. Because look, we search up NASCAR here, they only have 3. Well, they actually have 4. I missed out on the first one, but they have 3 right now. The Mustang, this one is pretty cool. They got a bunch of decals you could pick from. Of course, the Toyota that I showed you guys earlier, and the Chevy. So I don't see why not Formula Drift can be added. They can make like a drift circuit just for it, just a race, and then have a dealership just like NASCAR, and it's a Formula Drift or something like that, and then have all the cars in here. And if we do get this event, it would also open a lot more opportunities because, you know, like I said earlier, Formula Drift is tied to Formula 1. It's just, you know, Formula 1, but it's just drift cars and stuff like that, and people go head to head. So if we do get Formula Drift, there is chances we can at least get some Formula 1 cars. I don't know how that would work because Formula 1 cars are a lot different from cars like regular cars like I'm driving right now. I mean, this is a NASCAR, so this is a bad example. Yeah, Formula 1 cars are obviously different from like regular cars. Like the modelers would have a tough time if they're just used to making cars like this. It'd be a bit difficult to model an F1 car, especially with the high standards that Formula 1 would probably like want, because Formula 1 is a billion-dollar sport. It would be a tough time to get Formula 1, but I could see Formula Drift being a possibility because it's, you know, less popular than Formula 1. I would guess it would be like the same price to like NASCAR because there are similar when it comes to events in this game. So yeah, NASCAR reminds me a lot of if we were to get a Formula 1 or Formula Formula Drift event in the game. I'm just sick of drifting some normal cars in this game. It would be very cool if we got some Formula Drift cars. For example, the Formula Drift cars would look something like this. They would have like a height, a little bit more height in the front and a little bit more angle on a camber, so you could get a little more turning in your drifts, because drift cars are fine in this game, but we need some proper drift cars like Formula Drift. That would be a perfect event in Driving Empire. Drop your thoughts on this in the comments down below, because I really think it is possible. If we can get NASCAR just like that, have an event, have a whole race, have a whole dealership, like 3 cars or actually 4 cars from just 3 different brands, we don't need all the brands, then I think we could get them from Formula Drift and just have a couple like the Mustangs, the Toyotas, and all that stuff. This would also open a lot more opportunities for leaderboards and prize winners and stuff like that, because as you can see on regular races, there's leaderboards for the best time. So what Formula Drift could do is like whoever, you know, drifted the race the fastest or got the best time, best drift or something like that, most angle or longest drift, a lot of, you know, variations like that. As you can see here, it says rewards in 3 days, 20 hours, and 44 minutes. So this guy right here, if he stays at number 1, he's gonna win $4 million. It resets every week, and a lot of people who are really good at racing literally just make their money from getting the best time in races every week and then receiving the $4 to $5 million prize. So Formula 1 could do this too, or yeah, Formula Drift. I mean, I keep mixing up Formula 1 and Formula Drift, but it opens a lot more opportunities for like money methods too. Like, you know, in certain games on Roblox, like the drift, like the more drifts you get, you could also see this on other games too, but if you drift, you'll receive money. So just like driving around, you know, driving around makes me a little bit of money, but it should be like if you get a certain like distance of a drift or a good drift in the game, then you get a bonus money or just extra money. It goes up faster while you're drifting. It would open a lot of doors for, you know, more money methods and races, leaderboard prizes, and all that stuff. So yeah, it would just be a perfect event for the game, and I really do think it's possible we could get NASCAR, as I've noted multiple times. And I'm not trying to be biased here. I think I'm a pretty good drifter, so I mean, if Formula Drift gets added, I mean, hopefully I could get on some leaderboards and start winning some cash just from some leaderboards. I don't think I'm the only one who likes drifting. I think drifting in Driving Empire is very popular, so this would be a perfect event, because NASCAR, you know, a lot of people like it, but it is just going in circles. Formula Drift would be like a whole new thing. Like, you're just drifting in a race, and it should be like, if you're not drifting, you get penalized just like the real thing. So if you stop your drift for a certain amount of time and you start cheating by just going straight, it either puts you back at the last checkpoint that you were at before you stopped drifting, or other stuff like penalizing your time, adding 5 seconds like Formula 1 and all that stuff. It would be a very cool event, and this is just a bunch of ideas I'm getting now. So imagine what the devs could come up with if they actually had the idea to put Formula Drift into the game. It would be very, very cool. But yeah, if we do get a Formula Drift event, that would be sick, and we could look back on this video and be like, hey man, I called that, man. I called it, man. But yeah, if they can get NASCAR, they can get Formula Drift. The only thing I would say that would be hard to get is Formula 1, which is the sport it's tied to, because, you know, Formula and all that stuff, that's a very expensive sport, so I don't see that happening. But yeah, drop your thoughts on this down below. Would this be a very cool event, or is it just me because I just like drifting in this game a lot, bro? Like, I practice a lot, I do it all the time, bro. Like, I think it would be a very cool event, and it would just add on to more things to do in Driving Empire and a lot more ways to make money and have fun in this game. So yeah, I just wanted to make a video on that, because what if Driving Empire got Formula Drift? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe so I can reach my goal of 40,000 subscribers. But yeah, this is gonna be the end of the video, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.